Welcome to the Raider Talks game preview. I'm your host, Art Navarrete, here alongside Nick Ibarra. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button down below for Raider content all season long. Make sure to stick around to the end for our keys to the game, our offensive and defensive player of the game prediction for the Raiders, along with our score predictions. Nick, Giants, Raiders, should be exciting. Raiders are 3-5. Giants are 2-6. ESPN has the Giants winning this game with a 58% chance to the Raiders 41%. New faces in the Raiders building. Nick, how are you feeling about this one?
I'm pumped up. I'm so excited. You know, at the beginning of this week, we lose to the Lions the way we did. You know, and then McDaniels comes out, does his press conference Tuesday morning, and you're like, another week with him. Like what are we doing? And then that night, everything breaks down. Everything turns. He's gone. Ziegler's gone. McLombardi's gone. Garoppolo's on his way out. You know, it's AOC time now, and it's just a breath of fresh air. It's exciting. This is the spark that the organization needed, that 53 men needed, and I think that Raider Nation needed. We were all tired of the same thing every week, the same product every week, and the press conference from Antonio Pierce just got me so pumped up. I'm excited. I'm ready. Sunday can't come soon enough.
This is the first time in a long time that I'm really excited and pumped up to do a game preview in a long time. And this is the first game preview this season where I feel like the Raiders are going to go out there and they're going to whip some butt. And it has a lot to do with Antonio Pierce. Man, that press conference was absolutely amazing. Best press conference I heard from a Raiders coach being introduced. And it was just awesome. Compton guy, Raider fan, LA Raider times, talked about NWA, everything that has to do with Raiders, the toughness, the grit, and everything this organization stands for is what he stands for as a person, as a man. And that's something that I think our last coach really lacked. And I think that's the reason why we were so bad. And so it was dysfunctional for the Raiders. It might not be dysfunctional for the Patriots, but what they did is dysfunctional for the Raiders, and it's the Raider way or no way at all.
Exactly. He comes in, and like I said, it's just the burst of energy that we needed. He's going to lead these men, and it's not about coaching or anything. He's got his offensive coordinator, he's got his defensive coordinator, and Graham, and a lot of great people surrounding him. It's about just leading men. You know, be that leader, be that voice, and I think everyone's pumped up now and ready to play for him. And there's no sad faces. We saw today Devontae's laughing, having a good time. Everybody's coming out, and just that locker room seems more upbeat. And I loved what he said, and it seemed like he thanked everybody. He thanked McDaniels and then thanked Mark Davis, and then his tone just switched. Boom. I'm tired of losing here. And, I'm a Raider. I want to be a Raider. I'm also a player. I know what these players go through. And I'm glad that we have a player's perspective as our coach right now.
Yeah, all the things I heard in the press conferences with Devontae, with Max, with Coach Pierce, just everything I heard was awesome. Yeah. And it seemed like everyone had a smile on their face. Coach Pierce made sure to let the guys know, let's have fun. It's football. Let's have fun. Yeah. It seemed like in this locker room, these guys have not been having fun. And you see at practice, they're bumping straight out of Compton. You see in practice, they're playing mini basketball in the locker room. They just look like they're having fun, having a blast, something you haven't seen on their faces. Yeah. Even when we scored touchdowns and stuff the last couple of weeks, when we did score a touchdown, they just didn't seem happy. They didn't seem like they gelled together. Yeah. Now it looks like Coach Pierce brought all these guys together, and I'm really excited to see the product that he brings out on the field on Sunday.
Crazy, huh? It's awesome. Just, and like Devontae said today, that he came in and it just felt like a job. It felt like work rather than going out and having fun. I mean, all these players have been playing this game and love this game since they were little. And even Antonio Pierce said, This is just, we got to go back to playing like we're little kids. I mean, yeah, there's millions of dollars attached to it and everything, but we just got to go out and play freely and have fun. And that's something that I don't think we've seen the 53-man roster do this year and even last year. And now we go back to just having fun and playing freely.
Coach Pierce said the important thing that makes a successful football team is a player-ran team. Yeah. A player-ran team. And a player-ran team is the leaders, all the men in the locker room fighting for each other, playing for each other. And that's something that we probably didn't have. And it's something that Coach McDaniels did not bring to the Raider organization, is the chance for the players to be themselves.
Yeah.
The players to be the main components of why a team is a winning football team. And I think Coach Antonio Pierce is going to bring that to the Raiders. And like you said, brings the player perspective. And I just love everything that he stands for. Champ Kelly, love everything that he stands for as well. Praising the God a lot of times, praising Jesus Christ, and that was just awesome seeing that. But he said we got a job to do. All of them said, okay, McDaniels is gone, Ziegler is gone. They're being nice, being respectful, but they understand what's going wrong with the Raider organization, and getting that fan perspective from Antonio Pierce, because he's been a Raider fan, is awesome. What he's going to do for this team is going to be great.
Like I said, it's just everyone just playing freely, and we've heard that McDaniels came in and it was his way or no way at all. It was his way or no way at all. And we're going to go do this and go do that. And I think now everybody can have their input. Everybody can have their say-so. Hey, Jacobs, what do you like to do? Hey, Devontae, what do you like to do? Or, not much is going to change, but in the way of, hey, let's get the input of some of these guys rather than just to do it a head coach's way.
Perfect. I think you said it the right way, hit the nail on the head with that one. And I know this might sound crazy or something, but because he's just a first-time coach, but I have high expectations for Coach Pierce.
Yeah, I think when he said, him and Champ, when they were talking, they didn't promise anything. And I think that was good. We're 3-5. We're still a losing football team. They didn't promise anything, but just that burst of energy that they brought. And, and then Max comes out and talks highly of him, and Devontae comes out and says, man, I'm ready to run through a wall for him right now. And just everything. I seriously think that we can turn this around. Whether we go to playoffs or not, I think this roster can turn it around, and we actually have a good 9 games to go, and they would be pretty good and fun to watch again.
Yeah, I mean, Devontae said that I'll run through a brick wall right now, and everyone I talked to watched the press conference. You, my dad, other people said, I'm ready to run through a brick wall. I have a lot of friends on the FCC baseball team that were even saying the same thing. Like, I love the interview of Coach Pierce. So you have even non-Raider fans loving what you see, so that's always a good thing. He brings that Raider way, brings that Raider image back, commitment to excellence. It feels like it's Al Davis's team once again. Mark Davis, I mean, he stepped up, Nick.
Yeah, I think, out of all the questionable stuff that he's done in the past and, in his tenure as the owner ever since, his dad passed away and everything, this is one of those things where he had to do it. And, you weren't going to turn around this. You lost the locker room. You did everything. And in just a matter of 12 hours, he said, all right, boom, that Patriot way is gone. You're gone, McDaniels, you're gone, Ziegler, and Lombardi, you're gone too. We're going to run it, and we're going to do it the Raider way. He got out that Patriot way. And then as soon as that comes out, they do the hype video, which you sent me. They did the hype video, and with Marshawn talking, and just the Raider way. Now he just wants it to be the Raider way. You're not going to bring in another team's regime or another team's success and, hey, we're going to do this that way. No, we're going to do it the Raider way, and I just loved what he did, and much respect and kudos to him.
All right. First move of business for Antonio Pierce is putting Jimmy Garoppolo on the bench, Aiden O'Connell in as a starter. Bo Hardegree will be the offensive coordinator for the Raiders, and Coach Pierce, Champ Kelly sounded really, really excited about Bo Hardegree and what he can bring. Yeah. And the way they sounded, I was like, don't reveal all our secrets yet. It sounds like Bo Hardegree is going to be a guy that's going to get this offense rolling by the way it sounded. And then you got Aiden O'Connell, who was tied to the hip of Bo Hardegree. So I'm excited to see these two go out and see if they can put up more than 21 points in this football game.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they're going to do. Are they going to utilize some of these players to their best ability? Because it's been all McDaniels, and everything. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do. And you're right. And they had the look when they said, "Hey, Bo's going to be our offense coordinator." They looked at each other like
they smiled like they knew something that no one else did.
And they stopped talking for a little bit and looked like, like we're going to do this, And we're rolling with AOC. And I just love the way he said it. So who's your quarterback going forward? He said, "Well, Aiden. We're going to go with Aiden. He gives us the best chance to win."
Yep.
And even. I think he's the best quarterback on this roster right now, and this Jimmy Garoppolo experiment lasted 6 games. It's done with. We'll eat his money at the end of the year. And we go with AOC and see what we have.
Yeah, despite a new coach, a new general manager, and a new quarterback playing for the Raiders this week, this line is still the same, Nick. This line is the same group of players. Do you think Antonio Pierce is going to motivate these guys, and these guys are going to block better this week?
I hope so. I think he's going to just motivate everybody, like we've been saying. I think he's saying all the right things and pumping up these guys, and I think he's going to do whatever it takes. And I mean, it starts with offensive line, and hopefully they can get it rolling because it starts with them.
I think the motor you see with Max Crosby is going to be the motor you see with the whole team, offensively, defensively, special teams. That's the motor you're going to see from all the players.
Yeah.
And if we get this win with that high motor that everyone has, which they're going to have this week, I know they are. I could just tell. You could tell already. Then that translates to the next week and the next week. And you start racking up some wins, and you start feeling like a good football team, and you're going to start making all the hustle plays. You're going to start making all the tackles. You're going to play every down like it's your last down, like Max Crosby. And this is something that Antonio Pierce is going to bring to this team, and something we really need, because that's kind of the reason why we've been losing is stuff like that. Missed tackling, not hustling as much as the other team. And Antonio Pierce brings that. And the sense of urgency to score and win and, complete passes, get first downs in the running game now. Is something that's big, and we haven't had that sense of urgency with McDaniels.
And I think it starts this week. And I just, like I said, it's a breath of fresh air. It's gonna happen, and we can get on a roll real quick. We have 4 games, and then we go into this bye, which is probably a good time for the bye. Knowing that coaches just got fired and everything, and we regroup for the rest of the season.
Yeah, the Raider offense, I expect a lot from them this week. I expect more than 21 points. Haven't got that all year. Aiden O'Connell looked great in the preseason. Looked just okay in the Charger game. Did some good things, did some bad things. But he has a new play caller now, so I'm very excited about that. And I think this offensive line is going to do way better for him than they did in the Charger game. And Khalil Mack just went on a tear that game.
Yeah, and you know what, too? And I think him knowing that he's a starter going forward, he's not going to try to impress people or try to, hey, let's go, like we said in the Charger game, he was throwing it into double, triple coverage and trying to just make things happen. He knows that he has this team for 9 more games. So I just think he's going to be more relaxed, more calm, and hey, this is my team now, let's go.
Yeah, I'm going to love that as well. And I expect Devontae to get the ball a lot. I expect Devontae of old, and I'm very excited about it.
This could be a reach, or this could be me just, talking kind of crazy, but I expect Devontae to have some big games going forward. I expect Josh Jacobs to have some big games going forward, and I expect even Renfrow to come out and have some big games
I expect forward. Renfrow to come back and be the Renfrow of old.
Yeah.
That's honestly what I'm expecting. That's what I see, because I see the Raider way coming back, and I see Renfrow being the Raider he was before Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler came over and took over this team. Raider defense. Antonio Pierce talked about it. We need to stop the run.
Yeah.
And if the Raiders can stop the run, they can be a really scary defense, because they're pretty good in the passing game. What do you expect from this Raider defense this week?
Yeah, I mean, they have a tall task in Saquon Barkley. And if you want to just focus in on one thing, it's going to be this run game and Saquon Barkley. It's the 31st ranked offense versus the 32nd ranked offense. We just got to stop the run. Daniel Jones is having a terrible year. He's been out for a while. This is his first game back. And like you said, in the air, we're stopping him. On the ground, we can't. We got to stop Barkley, and all focus should be on Saquon Barkley this week.
And in the press conference as well, he made it sound like Patrick Graham might do a little bit more this week. Might call plays a little more aggressively this week.
Yeah.
So I really like that. I really like an aggressive team, and I think that's what the Raiders are going to be. Especially, like I said, we've been kind of lackadaisical a little bit. All right, let's go to our keys to the game, Nick. You started off.
Stop the run. Just like what we talked about. We got to stop the run. We got Saquon Barkley coming in. We got to stop the run. Last week of, giving up 222 yards to them, the yards per carry, and just everything. We got manhandled. We got dominated. We got to come in and set the tone.
Mine is win the game in the trenches. Both sides, offensively and defensively. Defensive line, you can't let the running backs get through that interior D-line. Let's play hard and obviously not let them get to the edge either. So that's for Max Crosby and all the edge rushers we have on our team. Malcolm Kuntz, Isaac Rochelle, and those guys, Tyree Wilson. offensive line, create some holes for Jacobs, work a little extra harder, and give AOC some time. Let AOC get comfortable early in the game, and I think this can be a day where we can score 28 to 35 points with AOC's arm.
I hope so. My second one, get Jacobs rolling. We finally were out of that McDaniel system. Get Jacobs rolling. Jacobs, it's about time. Last week was your first week of having over 4 yards of carry. Keep that going. Get some more bullet your way, and hopefully he has his first 100-yard game this week.
My second key to the game is utilize 2 rookies that we have in Michael Mayer and Trey Tucker. 2 explosive rookies. Michael Mayer, tight end. Every time he gets the ball, something good happens. The way he runs, the way he blocks, kind of reminds me of Rob Gronkowski a little bit. I've said it a couple times on this show. Trey Tucker, an absolute speedster. He can be our Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
He can be, when we had Henry Ruggs, that type of player. Let's utilize him, and I think with the old Raider way coming back, we're going to utilize the fast guys, utilize the talent we have.
Yeah. My third one, win the turnover battle. Let's play some clean football. We haven't played clean football weeks 1 through 8. This is week 9. Let's play some clean football, and let's create some turnovers and just win this turnover battle 2-0.
My third key of the game, sorry if this is corny, but just win, baby. Let's just win. Let's just win this football game. All right, Nick, our offensive and defensive player of the game predictions for the Raiders. This week, we'll start offensively.
I'm going to go Devontae. I think this week's going to be all about our big stars. And like I said, I see him. I see a whole bunch of people going off, but I see Devontae having a really good game. First game out of this old regime.
I'm going to take AOC. I'm very pumped up about how he's going to play. And like you say, he's going to be more comfortable. He's going to be the quarterback from here on out. That's his team. I think the offensive line, defensive line is going to come out with a lot of aggression. So for the offensive line, I think they're going to keep AOC clean a little bit. Give him some time to work and let him score some points. And that helps out your offensive player of the game and Devontae Adams. All right, Nick, defensively.
Defensively, like I said, this is going to be a game of big stars. I'm going Max Crosby. I'm liking the way everyone's talking. And I think he has a couple of tackles for losses and tackles Saquon Barkley and stop the run. And then I think he gets a couple of sacks over Daniel Jones. He's going to have a really big game Sunday.
Call me crazy, but I'm going to go Marcus Peters. I think last week he got a pick 6. And I think this week, with the old Raider way coming back, Marcus Peters is just an all-out Raider. His dad never wore any other of his team's jerseys until this year, wearing Raider jerseys. I think Marcus Peters is going to be absolutely pumped up, and I think he's going to make some plays for the Raiders, and I think a pick is going to happen in this game by Marcus Peters.
Yeah, I'm pumped up, Art.
It's going to be exciting. All right, Nick, let's do our score predictions. Here we go. This is the most exciting score predictions we've done all season. Let's see what Nick's got for us.
We're going to win 24-17. We're going to get over that mark. Offense is going to finally put up 20 points. Defense is going to play well enough. We're going to win 24-17.
I got us winning. Man, I got high hopes. 31-21. Raiders win. I think the Raiders are going to do something crazy in this game.
Yeah.
I think they're going to score in the 30s, and we're all going to be pumped up for the games moving forward. So 31-21.
Like I said, this is the 31st ranked offense against the 32 ranked offense, but I think the way our we can't stop the run, and I think the way of us just having that burst of energy, new quarterback, everyone's all pumped up. I just want to say I think those stats and everything slide out, and this is going to be a really great game.
This will be one of those games where I think the Raiders are going to get up 21, and a game in these past 8 weeks or whatever, it's going to look like the Raiders did not play good defense. But I think in this game, we're going to get up 21, but because our offense does so good, it's going to make our defense look like we played a great game, only giving up 21. So 31-21 Raiders. I'm excited. We're all pumped. I mean, all Raider Nation's pumped up. I'm just excited. I'm excited to see what happens out there. I'm excited for the fans.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited.
This whole, like I said, the Raider Nation in general, whether you're a player, a fan, in the building, you work for the Raiders, whatever you are, if you're involved with the Raiders, it's just that spark of energy. It's that breath of fresh air. We start new. You know, like Pierce said, you know, they're going to go at it like if they're 0-0. You know, because that new coach, he's 0-0. No wins, no losses. We're gonna go at it like that, and like he said, we're tired of losing. We're tired of losing. We're tired of coming up here every Sunday or Monday and saying, hey, man, we lost. Man, you know, we need this, we need that. We finally got what we wanted. McDaniels and them are out. Let's go play and let's go win.
I like what Coach Pierce said in an interview with JT the Brick. He said, in this building, everything's going to change.
Mm-hmm.
JT Brick said, are you talking to your captains individually? Are you going to be talking to certain players individually and just connecting with them and stuff? And he said, I'm talking with everybody, whether it's the janitor, whether it's the chefs that make our food, whether it's you, JT, he said, whether it's you, everyone in this building is going to feel loved. And everyone in this building is going to ride with each other. And I think that's going to be huge for this Raider team. And when Coach Pierce says everyone in this building, he means everyone in the building. He means all of Raider Nation.
Yeah.
And hopefully Raider Nation comes out to Allegiant, shows up, because I'm going to be excited for this one. This is going to be pumped.
Yeah, I'm pumped up. I'm excited. We're finally all united. Nothing's, breaking us at Raider Nation. No, nothing's crazy. We finally got what we want. Everybody wants AOC in. Everybody wanted McDaniels gone. I like what AP is saying. And we go out there and we'll see the result Sunday.
We'll see you guys for the game recap. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.